It seems like during this quarantine, everyone is a plant mom or a plant tito, plant tita, including my mom. She forced me to paint her pots with her, and I did it for content. So if you're looking for a fun weekend project that may or may not lead to a fight between you and your mom, then just keep on watching. So we start off this project with clay pots that are already painted white. These small ones start at 80 pesos each, and these large ones start at 100 pesos each. So I didn't have any footage of us painting it white, but it's very simple. You just have to make sure that you take your time, do this in layers, and don't layer it on too thick so that it won't peel off. So the type of paint we used on this is actually the paint from my room makeover video, which is, I believe it's acrylic. And finally, for the fun part, it's designing. So there are different ways to design pots, and the main things that we did for this video is to use tape, use stencil, and to just freehand. So the very first way is to tape, and with tape it's very simple. Just tape up any area that you don't want to get painted, and then paint over that, and then remove the tape once it's dry, and that's basically it. This is how it looks like. I'm not going to spray the side anymore, so that's how it looks. But for the other side, we're going to repeat it. I didn't tape it down properly. This time I'm gonna make sure it's really pressed in. You want to check from all angles. I don't know if you guys can see it, but may nakaangat a tape that can get paint inside, rendering the tape pointless. So make sure it's super flat. Yeah, it's starting to rain. It's not raining here. It's also a good practice to use good quality masking tape because not all of them are the same. As you can see, what I'm using here is Skinny Legend masking tape. I would prefer the normal one that's like around half an inch width. Not again, no. For this half and half design, we did use enamel paint. Even though it stinks, the finish is really nice and it's really glossy. It kind of gives a ceramic type of vibe. We just love the combo of the white, black, and then the gold accent with the spray paint. Speaking of spray paint, we used that on the rim of this particular design. Would I suggest using spray paint? Yes and no. If you're a beginner, don't. Sa isang place. Yung pot kasi hindi ikaw. Gagawin mo lang ba? Ano? If you're more advanced and you're just used to using spray paint, go ahead. Now with spray paint, you want to keep constant motion as you move around the pot and make sure that no spot is too thick because it tends to drip. Anyway, after we spray painted the rim of the pot, we just took it off, and then I taught my mom how to make polka dots. Or at least I think they're polka dots.
Lagi straight na. Another finish pa ba?
But it still looks pretty if you look at it from afar. The next and most consistent way of doing this is to use a stencil. I have this stencil that I made from acetate, so I basically just cut out some shapes from the acetate, and I used this long ago, like grade 8, so I reused it for this project. You want to do this in sections because your pot's pretty rounded, and you're not gonna get the results you want if you just do it in one whole piece instead of doing it in sections. So take your time with this. Make sure it's really flat, and then if anything goes over the stencil, just clean it up with some cotton buds, and there you have it. It's simple, it's easy to recreate. For this one, we use gold acrylic paint. Now, in using acrylic paint, it's easier than spray paint. However, it is less opaque. So I would suggest using spray paint with this. It's actually gonna be better as long as you keep your design small and in separate pieces, unlike mine. Finally, we have freeform. So freeform doesn't require anything, just requires a brush, your paint. This one I use just plain acrylic black paint. And then I decided to reference a print from Pinterest, which is the cow print, which I am obsessed with right now, and just paint it on. And then I also retouched the edges with a smaller brush the following day. And that's basically it. Very much done. Freehanding design doesn't always end up good, especially if you just chose a really hard, intricate pattern. So these are really good for abstract looking ones, like Like I said, the cow print or any other animal print is actually really easy to paint on. However, I did try to freehand one design and I hated it. So my mom ended up taping some weird columns as a Hail Mary of some sorts, and she hated it. So what we did together, we just wrapped tape all around the thing in spirals and then put like little V's on top, diagonals, and make it just abstract as we can. So we spray painted that, and then when you peeled it off, it actually turned out to be one of our favorite designs. It's a very much an ugly duckling, but it looks modern, abstract, and unique. Now, the reason why I actually have some missing footage from this is because my mom and I fought during this project. However, I am going to make it up to her with this segment where I allow her to talk my ears off about her plants.
I was able to get my mom away from her laptop, even though she's really busy today. And we're going to talk about plants. Yay!
Yay!
She talks about plants all the time. I don't even bother to listen. So this is your chance to listen to her.
Yes, and you also.
Okay, so these are all the plants that we have. Starting with your two photos.
Plants in the house, inside the house.
Okay, indoor plants.
Indoor plants. This is the Enjoy. And this is the Golden Photos.
Photos is good for what?
Good for air purifier. And then it's very easy to take care. So kahit ilagay mo lang siya sa soil or sa water,
Yeah, kunin ko ngayon sa
mabubuhay
water.
siya.
Yeah.
So this is my favorite, si Enjoy. Kasi ang cute niya. Every time there's new leaf, parang di ba there's new hope every day. Oh, di ba? Cute. So nice. So the pot is...
Ito na yung pinaint namin.
Yeah.
Tada!
So it's so unique.
Dati ugly duckling, now it's the prettiest one.
Prettiest one. It's very expensive to buy pots nowadays kasi sobra yung demand.
Yung pot.
The pot, medyo expensive siya. So 300.
See, 300
300.
versus
And then
this one.
this-
Just takes a little time,
Yeah.
80 pesos. Tapos
80 pesos,
spray
and
paint,
then-
100 something.
Yeah.
And then you already have this. Favorite niya.
Favorite ko.
Okay, next. Video.
Okay. Kaleju, ngayon, medyo sumisikat na rin siya kasi ang ganda ng leaves niya. Tapos yung shape niya is heart, then there's pink. Parang it adds color to your house. And then the pot,
Is painted by us. Again.
yeah.
Wag
So,
yun
it's
ang
very
tignan
hard.
yung... Ito yung magandang side. So, don't look at the back.
Have a motif dun sa mga pots like white, gold, and black.
So,
So,
that's, if you want to do this, dapat may motive.
Oh.
Okay. So,
This
that's
is-
big.
Okay, so this is... Hindi makita. So, this is, we call her Mrs. Lily kasi we have other one, we're in smaller
Miss
one.
Lily.
So, we call it Miss Lily. So,
Oh.
this is Mrs. Lily kasi sobrang laki niya.
Si Miss Lily, which is mine, sa kanya dati, may ano rin siya, like black spots. So, you're trying to treat it with yung baking soda.
It releases oxygen also, especially at night. So, you can put this also in your bedroom.
That's what I did.
But I'm looking forward na magkaroon siya ng flower.
Yung flower.
Kasi we're looking forward for that. So,
Okay.
heavy. Careful. We still have some empty pots.
Tada!
And actually, I'm reserving this for incoming plants.
Okay, and then this is
And
the
then
one
this
na
is the one.
tinapos ko lang today. Tada! Ang ganda oh.
So nice.
Modern.
And then, this is cute. Oh, diba? Place it on the table, parang accent pot siya.
Snake plant.
So, it's very famous ngayon.
Oo. Pero hindi
Because-
kami nagtanim niyan.
Yeah.
Si Papa yung nagtanim niyan.
And then,
This
my
one
new
is the
favorite,
recent.
Dracena. Wala pa kaming pot kasi I thought initially dapat doon siya, pot ni Mrs. Lily. Pero I need to find a bigger pot. And then we'll also paint the pot kasi
Hindi na kasama.
sobrang expensive. Buy the pot around 150 and then just put the
Paint, gold.
paint. So it will cost me 200 pesos.
Yeah. And away with your daughter.
Yes.
Anyway, bati na kami. Kasi nakita na niya yung
My
nakita niya to.
favorite.
Yung nakita niya to,
When I
bati
saw
na kami.
this, bati na kami. Where are you?
Kami.
Sit Milky. And then, photos yata is not good for dogs eh.
Talaga.
Yeah.
Ay, ano rin, yung ZZ plant.
CC plant. No?
Yung welcome plant. Tinanggal namin lahat ng welcome plant namin
We
because
throw
it's
everything.
poisonous daw for dogs.
Unlike yung snake plant, safe siya for
Doggy.
doggy.
Okay. Bye. Say bye, Milky.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I don't know if I'm going to be able to upload this on a Tuesday like I always do. So if I did, you're welcome. I probably pulled an all-nighter just for it. And if I didn't, I'm sorry. I'm going to improve. Next week will be a fashion video, hopefully. But today I just want to mix it up and have a nice plant episode.